This is going to be a video product review of the Cat6 Ethernet cable. This, yeah, I'm kind of laughing here. This is a 20-pack of Cat6 Ethernet cables. They are 6 feet long. These are being sold by Ultra Clarity Cables Store. So these are RJ45 network patch cords. Why the heck did I buy this thing? You can't beat the price, number one. That had a lot to do with it. I certainly don't need 20 of these things. All of us that have internet at home, you have your cable modem. You've got one of these cables that plugs from the cable modem into the back of your computer or your laptop. Unless you're going wireless, then you wouldn't be buying this. So that's maybe one cable. You have a router, you have a cable going from the modem to the router to the PC. So you have one cable that goes from the modem to the router, and you have another cable that goes from the router to the PC. And if you have a router, you probably have more than one connection. So like with me, I've got the modem goes to the router, that's one cable. From the router, we go to one computer. We go from the router to the TV for the fire, just for the TV to update it. And then we have another one for repairing computers. And then, we have another one. I don't remember what that is. So I've got 4 ports on the router. And so right away, that's 5 cables. If you went into the store and you bought these things, they would probably cost you would probably be buying a Cat5 or a Cat5e, and they would easily cost you $8 to $10. This whole package is 24 bucks. How do you say no to that? And so what I thought is, I've got a whole bunch of patch cords that are 5 and 5e, and I'll tell you a story about that in a minute because that's why I ended up buying these. And they're fine, maybe. But why not get a Cat6, which could handle a higher speed? And it's a nicer cable. It's a newer cable. Like I said, these cables that I've got are so old. So why did I buy this? I have a new cable modem, and I've got a higher speed, and I can't get a high speed on the old computer. Probably has a lot to do with the computer and not anything else, because I've got a high speed on another computer connecting to the same modem and router. Maybe it's the computer, maybe it isn't. So I looked at the cabling that I had, and I'm wondering what's going on. I swapped the cable out to my good PC where I got good speed, and I didn't get good speed. Turns out that Cat5 is not made to go to the speed that I have on my internet. And if you have old cables, then you probably want to buy something like this. Just upgrade. You're going to do this probably once in your lifetime, and that's it. And you've got so many other cables over here. If you like my videos, please do a thumbs up, a subscribe, a like, a share, leave a comment. I'll leave affiliate link in the video description if you want to order this or if you want to help me out on my PayPal account. So I'm looking at these now, and I wouldn't say that this is really, really, really thick cabling. This is a good cable. I love how they do this. This is really nice. This little piece that comes over instead of the typical tab without this little plastic piece. This is really nice. It's got a good spring to it, so there's some tension on the spring. Definitely new out of the package. And you've got a nice selection of colors. What do we have? I'm not too good with colors. Orange, blue, yellow. Is that a white? And maybe an orange. Yeah, that's a red. And then you've got black, gray, purple, green, and is that a pink? So, and you've got 2 of each color. That's awesome looking. Man, I would love to buy a package of 20 like this. This is really a good deal. So again, when I saw the price, I thought, I have to buy these. So when I had my bad connection, I looked at the cable. It turns out it was a Cat5, and I could not get above the internet connection. The speed is 200 megabyte. I couldn't get over 80. And then when I swapped out the cable, I got to 130. So I still can't get to the 200, but I'm going to test these out and see if that makes a difference. I don't know if it will, but I will tell you right now that having a good cable definitely makes a difference. With my Cat5, I could not get a good speed. And the minute I swapped it out with a 5E, I got a really good speed. And then when I saw this awesome deal, again, what's the company's name? Clarity, Ultra Clarity Cables Store. When I saw this deal, I thought, I'll just throw out all the cables that I've got. I'm going to show you a cheap cable in a minute, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Throw out all my cables. I'll just use good quality cables, brand new cables, Cat6 cables, and I'll upgrade everything. So that's why I bought it, and it's really a no-brainer. If you're not having any problems, there's really no reason to do this. But if you're trying to upgrade, if you want to have some nice color cables, if you want newer technology, a newer cable, chances are none of us need a Cat6 cable, but for this price and the amount of cables you're getting, make sure you click on, you can buy it in a package of 10. What do they offer here? You can get a 20-pack of 1-footers, a 6-pack of 1.5 footers, a 20-pack of 1.5 footers, a 6-pack of 3-footers, a 20-pack of 3-footers, a 6-pack of 6-footers, and a 20-pack of 6-footers. So if you were just going to buy 6 of these, it would cost you $10, but $24 if you buy the 20-pack. So 20, yeah, it's a good deal. Just buy it. Seriously, buy it. So I'm going to do a little speed test now because I'm curious and I want to add that in the video. I don't know if it's going to make any difference on this computer. Again, I'm definitely using a better cable than I was before. I'm not using that 5E now. I mean the 5, I'm using a Cat5E, but we'll see if the 6 does make a difference. And before I do that, this came with the modem. Look at this. This is a flat cable. I'm not saying that this is not a quality or verified cable. Look at this thing. Look how cheap. The wires inside here, who knows how thick the gauge is, but come on now, look at that. How do you put a pair of cables in here? Eight wires? No way. So that is what came with the cable. I mean with the cable modem. This is the cheapy thing that comes with the router. Look at this junk. And this is a Cat5E. I threw out the Cat5. So all of these old cables over here, these are probably at least 10 years old. Look at this rinky-dinky cable, this blue thing that came with another router. So it's definitely worth doing an upgrade if you can. And these cables are the way I'm going to go. So I'm going to show you the speed on the computer. We'll test it out and see if I can get a better speed with the Cat6. I am not expecting to get a better speed. So if I don't, that doesn't mean that these are bad cables. This is a very old computer, and I just don't think I'm going to get a better speed. But we're going to test this out right now, and we're going to find out what happens. We're over at the download now. I've never gone above about 130 on this thing, but usually somewhere around 80. With the Cat5, I was averaging 70 to 80. This thing bounces around with the Cat5e at about 100, well, about 80 to 130. The upload speed always seems to be what I am paying for, about 11, but the download never zooms up to where I need it to be, which is, I believe it's a 200 megabyte package. And there we go. Where are we at? 120. It should be 200, which normally it downloads here to about 230. So we're at 120, 11.8. I'm going to plug in the Cat6. Let's just do a test and see if it does make a difference. If it goes to 130, I'm not going to say the cable made a difference. If it goes above that, then definitely the cable made a difference. Cable is plugged in, so we're looking at 120 and 11.8. Let's zip on over to here. Okay, why did it not connect? I plugged in the Cat6. What's going on here? Those cute little plastic tabs I was talking about, they get in the way. I think that's what the problem was. So let me try this again and see if I can get a connection this time. Here we go. Yeah, those on both sides, those plastic tabs. Press go. We have a connection? What's going on here? Huh. This is very strange. I don't know what's going on. This should... Okay, here we go. We have a connection now. What was it, 120 before? This is not going to be a good video. Oh my God. It was 120 and 11.8, and now we're at 96. Yikes. Is it the cable? Come on now. Don't do this to me. What? We went down on both speeds? This is not good. Come on. No. I'm not sure if it's the cable yet or not. It shouldn't be. Let me try this one more time. Just did one and I got 118 over 11.9, I think it was. And now I've got 132 over 11.8. I'm going to do this for a fourth and a fifth time, and then I'll finish off the video. This is the fourth test. At least we're up in the 120. Wow. We're about 120. Okay, so it's definitely better than the Cat5 that I was telling you about before. This has nothing to do with the cable. I'm happy with the cables. I'm very happy with the purchase. I think the price of these is outrageously, incredibly awesome. I love the feel. I love the color. That little plastic tab on the pin that I showed you before. I'll show you again before I end this. Okay, so we're holding the download. The download's definitely not getting any better with the Cat6, but it's not getting any worse. So if I were you, these are really good cables. I would just, if you have a whole bunch of old stuff, just throw it out. Buy the 6-pack, buy the 10-pack, buy the 3-pack. They're not sponsoring me. Nobody sponsors me. Okay, we're not even cranking up about 100, above 100 now. Has nothing to do with their cable. Really good cables, good quality, and I'm happy. And if you have a high-speed connection going up way above 200 or 300 or 400 meg, you're going to be happy with these. You definitely should be happy with these. So, okay, we're at 107. It is the computer, not the cable. Love the cables, love the product. They have some really neat stuff on their Amazon page. Go for it. Search them, buy them. You'll be happy. There it is, the pink cable. A thicker jacket, not a thicker jacket, a thicker cable compared to, look at this thing. Come on now. What is that, the thickness of a paper clip or something? So you're getting a nice cable, beautiful colors. This is, as I said, the cheap stuff you get when you buy the modem or the router. Look at this, it's junk. This is the old stuff that I had on here before. These old cables that are going to go in the garbage. So throw out your 5s and your 5Es and go to Cat6, the jumper cables, you'll be happy.